And with that gun firing for the final time, the final championship race of the schedule here in Virginia is underway. It's the senior men at 10,000 meters for a U.S. title and a spot on the World Championship team in Serbia in a couple of months' time. Well, Cooper Teare, bib number 141, with a little bit of help on his nose, trying to keep the nostrils open and clear for the breathing. Cole Hocker, apparently a little cold, moving to the East Coast, is donning the headwear there as they get things underway early, as they were, again, teammates at Oregon, trying to be teammates once again on a World Championship team if they can both finish in the top 6 here as we get to the early racing here in Virginia. Ryan Ford is up there as well. He was 12th a year ago, a USA 10,000 meter qualifier last year. But we'll get some of these names identified as things begin to unfold here in the early going of this race. Large field for this senior men's race, so this early part of the race, Carrie, is just trying to find your footing as there's a lot of traffic in front, and they will also see in front of them some dangerous traffic as there's a couple of logs that they have to traverse, a couple of hay bales, so it's not just flat running on a course that's kind of set up for fast racing for the most part.
Teare and Cole Hocker run like today. I think their coach is really excited about it. I've talked to Ben Thomas. He's really pumped to see how they run.
Over those logs for the first time as they've come through the first kilometer. There's a lot of people within 2 seconds of the leader, and officially Cole Hocker has the lead. 2:53.8 for that first kilometer of the race.
Yeah, I mean, getting out, they got off the line fast, but then they settled down pretty quick. You can see the press starting to happen here now. People are wanting to get into that rhythm of actually racing. Sometimes it hurts to hold back. You just kind of want to let it go and shake it off and get into the right stride and to get into the right form. Look how easy those hay bales are for those guys, though.
Yeah, that's Hillary Bohr making the turn here as we'll officially start to get standings after 2 kilometers in place. It is Bohr with the lead. Second kilometer, slightly slower than the first one. I'd say slightly 9 seconds slower to be official. He came through 3:02.6 on that second kilometer. Manuel Bohr, our defending champion, now back into a much more comfortable position for him as he's in second. Then Pearson, Muhammad, Kidder, Allen, Rotich, Cooper Teare back now in 8th, Ford, and then Hocker rounding out the top 10. Quickly remind you that you can be part of the world's #1 track and field team and become a USATF member today. Visit usatf.org/membership for more information and join Team USATF today. So our defending champion, Manuel Bohr, carries them through the 3 kilometer split, 2:56.3 on that third kilometer. That first half of the 2K loop a little bit easier to traverse in a quicker time than the second, with a couple of climbs in that second kilometer. But how about Morgan Pearson, Carey, up there in second position? If you follow the sport of triathlon, you're probably more familiar with Morgan than if you follow regular racing on the USA running circuit.
That's what I think is so cool. There's been a little bit of chatter about him. He's a silver medalist from the relay in the triathlon from Tokyo. He has already qualified, I believe, for Paris, but he's been running really well. He ran a 4:07 and an 8:13, a 3K up in Boulder at altitude. So again, let's get the conversion there, but he is fit and he has been training hard. If you look at his Instagram, Paul, you'll see that he's been at the hotel, I believe, in the hotel here in Virginia, doing his cycling and like getting into all of his other workouts while he's getting ready to race here. It's pretty awesome.
Her potential track days are over, though. She said she is going to compete all the way through this 2024 lead up to the trials, try to make another U.S. squad. Meantime, these guys trying to make a U.S. squad that will represent the U.S. at the 2024 World Athletics Cross Country Championships in late March in Serbia, as they're going to near the halfway mark here in this race, and that lead group just starting to dwindle ever so slightly with every passing kilometer as they now come through the halfway mark of this race in 14:45.4, 2:54.7 on that last kilometer. So all of the first kilometers of the first 3 loops have been sub 3-minute kilometers, 2:54.7 on that one. for the defending champion Emmanuel Bohr. Well, look at Pearson going for it here as he makes a little bit of a move as they come to the conclusion of this third lap. So he's trying to make this race a little bit more potentially honest than it was, but it's been a pretty good pace so far. Again, first half of the race covered in 14:45.4, but Pearson now to the lead as they'll make the turn and get ready for loop number 4. Gives us a chance to remind you that for all your track and field news, current events, and behind the scenes with Team USATF, be sure to follow USA Track and Field on all social media platforms at USATF. And we appreciate all of you watching along with our live coverage here on USATF.tv as we go out on the penultimate leg of this 5 loops of this course in Virginia to crown a USA cross-country champion in 2024 as Emmanuel Bohr trying to defend his title from a year ago, finding himself in all kinds of competition here. Number 8 concluded and one more lap to a finish. Look at Pearson all alone, staying all the way on that far right side of your screen, now making the turn, and we'll begin this 5th and final loop. Cooper Teare in tow right now.
Cooper Teare looks good, though. Look at him. He's not grimacing. He's got great form. Morgan Pearson, though, he is a 101 half marathoner. Not since 2021, though, so he's been focusing on that triathlon. But he still has those wheels in him. He's run 13:35 for 5,000 meters, 13:36, excuse me. Cooper Teare right there with him. I mean, this is going to be a battle, but Morgan Pearson looks like he is in true form. And I don't know, maybe we're going to see him back on the track again. We'll have to see now if Bohr and Muhammad can work together to close this gap up. But we know that Teare has finishing speed like no other. He is so good over 800 even, and for the mile, he has that speed. And obviously, he's got some great endurance. He has been looking really smooth, and I think that is the guy I'm watching right now, Paul. He looks so calm. And he's not grimacing. A little bit of grimace on Pearson, although we know those triathletes, they can grimace through anything.
1K to go now on the clock as they come through 9K. Fastest kilometer of the race, 2:50.9. And look at the move by Cooper Teare as he surges to the lead over Pearson.
Well, this is what Ben Thomas wanted. He wanted to see where they were at. He said, main goal is Paris. We are just getting started. So he's got to be pleased. They look great.
Phenomenal race for him in Virginia. Cooper Teare making that last climb as he will now get so close to the finish line stretch.
Doesn't even affect him. Those long legs, that long drive. He's compact to the ground on this cross-country course, but he looks so smooth. And look at this final little push that he has to win his first USATF National Championship as a pro.
Career at the University of Oregon, the move to the Bowerman Track Club, now the move to the East Coast, back to his collegiate coaching roots, and he starts 2024 with a USA Cross Country Championship. Cooper Teare takes the victory. Emmanuel Bohr will finish second. Ahmed Muhammad there in third. And then Morgan Pearson holds on to finish in fourth. The final 2 spots coming in here fast and furiously as it will be, Anthony Rotich actually came through in second. Muhammad in third. Pearson in fourth. Bohr in fifth. Christian Allen in sixth. And Reed Buchanan finishing in seventh.